Three, two, one. I'll cut you off. One, two, three, and go.
Yo, 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 what up, man? Welcome to Mezzo Forte
Sports.
That's right, Bar Talk with the super fans. We're chilling out with the crew. What do we have in today's edition? It's a short crew today. It's me and Danny, and it takes two to make a thing go right.
Yeah.
I'm the hype man. Super fan art. You got your fearless host, Danny BMD. Evan, he's off doing some things. Wishing him well. Hope to have him back soon. But we got a lot of sports to talk about. South Texas style. So, without further ado, take it away, Dan, the
Yep.
man.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. Bar Talk for super fans. Coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas to your ears. Providing the sports time for your free time. What up, this your host, Danny BMD. How's everyone doing today, and how did your team do this week?
What up, dog?
What's up? Dude, I know it's been a while, like 2 days or something. But how have you been, super fan art? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Glad to be here on this Thursday evening, celebrating our Mexican independence.
Oh,
That's
sure
right.
that.
Fuck the Cinco de Mayo. It's all about the 16 de septiembre. Mexican celebrates. So pop open them tequilas, get them Dos Equis, the Modelos, the Bohemias, and Pacificos, and all the other kinds of Mexican drinks you could think of, and just start guzzling them down as a little pre-warm up for this upcoming weekend. But I'm doing great, man. We had a lot of sports to cover. Baseball's really heating up now that we're getting closer to the October. Uh, Football is some football action.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's just on the network. If you don't know other means to stream it, but it's okay. What's the point?
LOL.
It's just the Washington football team, New York Giants. Nothing to really write home about or tailgate for, unless you got fantasy players. I think I got one receiver from Washington. Danny, you might have another Washington player.
Yeah, I actually have the defense, so my defense is playing. So there you go. That's that.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned last time is a Ryan Fitzpatrick-less Washington team.
Yeah.
So their QB curse is already like in I don't know how many, like 10 years of quarterback curse. They can't get a QB in Washington, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know, bro. Like it's like a curse for them. Like literally, it's literally a cursed position.
Yes, it is. I don't know what specifically it is. I don't know who's been the winningest one. We all thought Robert Griffin III was going to be like the answer. Nope, guy was injury prone. My boy Colt McCoy can do nothing but be the backup there for years. Now he's currently back up in Arizona. So good for him for still even being in the league. So right now I think it's the Heineke. That's who is currently under center is Heineke. I don't know what his first name is, so don't ask me. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either.
And I doubt anyone's going to pick him in fantasy. So really, Mr. Irrelevant. But anyway, how have you been, man? I know you've been celebrating since last night, this Mexican independence.
Yeah, no, and just a little bit of a couple shots, a little bit last night. But again, just feliz 16 de septiembre to everyone. It's actually
Salud.
yeah, salud,
Todos.
salud. So it's actually Mexico Independence Day. So that's that. They are our neighbors to the south. So definitely, happy birthday, neighbors. Enjoy it. We'll definitely enjoy it with you because we're at the border, and I'm Mexican heritage. So let's do it, tequila all day. So make sure you guys drink up. During this weekend, Coronas, I guess like margaritas all day.
Dosaritas, margaritas.
The whole thing, but just specifically the margaritas. I know margaritas around town here are really, really good. But other than that, yeah, it's just been pretty good. just kind of getting ready for the week, for the weekend. I know there's gonna be a lot of sports, a lot of NFL stuff going on, and so definitely we'll get right into that as we get deeper into the episode today. Also, as well, college football. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I like how this week or these. I don't know. Maybe just because we missed it that much. Honestly, I think that's good. That's what it is. But I feel like every week now we get like at least a really like one or two really good matchups. And I feel like,
Yeah,
dude, I feel like we get one or two like upsets a week now. Nah, that's like been 1 week. Calm down. Well, it's
but
been two.
still, there's been already a lot in
Yeah,
just the first 2 weeks alone.
like especially like the top five teams. Like, bruh, like,
Yeah, I was kind of hoping the A&M would already been on that list. Yeah, Colorado couldn't get the job done,
yeah, I
even with A&M's backup QB. But there's always this weekend. Who knows?
know. For real, dude. All right. So we'll go ahead and get you started with your diamond talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about baseball. I'll
Nice.
speed through it in a bit.
Nice.
Uh,
Let me put a little song. Let me put just some just chilling,
yeah, some just chilling music.
some just chilling music, some good vibes. All right, guys. So just coming soon, right? Coming up next here on Mezzo Forte Sportz, we're gonna have Diamond Talk here with Superfan Art. But before we do that, just want to give a quick shout out to our partners, SCEP, Students for Cleaner Earth Project. So if you are a medical student, you can actually sign up with them. They can help you out with your volunteer hours. So shout out to them. Also, obviously, our sponsors, Studio 13th Day. If you need any graphic design, any logos, any mixing or mastering services, definitely check them out. The studio13thday.com and set up an appointment consultation with them. So, as we continue moving forward with today, we are gonna in the next couple weeks, I will let you guys know I'm working on that. We are gonna move into a little bit more of a podcast type of format, if you will. So we are gonna go live as well, but we are gonna also just have a little bit more pre-recorded editing and stuff like that just during the week. Not that you guys would know that, but more than anything, we're gonna go ahead and actually be on Spotify and Apple
Nice.
Podcast. Yeah. So I just need to organize it a little bit more. Now that obviously we just been doing it live and stuff, dude. Yeah, right. Like we can do it like nothing. Like it's like playing varsity, and you're like, oh, yeah, well now you got to play JV. It's like, okay, well we can win. We've been playing varsity the whole year. It's kind of like that. Live is hard, dude, because you have to do a lot of stuff going on or whatever. But when you do like editing or whatever, at least frame by frame, it's a little bit better. And then we're gonna get a little bit more guests in here, as well as you guys, our super fans, to kind of talk and do a little bit more of a hands-on experience for our chat viewer and our viewers. We'll move right into it. Superfan Arts, into your Diamond Talk. So I know you have a lot of stuff to talk about. Talk to me, bro. What's going on?
Uh, well, thank you, buddy. Yeah, quick shout out to all of our viewers out there. Uh, Here's a cheers for y'all, wherever you're watching, at home, on the phone, computer, tablet, whatever. Just give us a like, subscribe. If you have comments or hate mail, we'll look at all of your comments. We'll try to answer them throughout the show, peppered in, answering some of the questions, or even have open-ended questions for y'all to answer. Was it like hot takes? We got hot takes. But yeah, without further ado, there's a lot to talk about baseball. We're almost in October. We're already like in the last 2.5 weeks left for baseball, and teams are at a premium trying to get them wins. The race for some wild card spots is like razor thin. The scales could tip any day, at any moment. So as of Not current, because the the standings change every day. Uh, but as it stands before all these games, because there's a lot of games that have been going on this evening, have a lot of implications for how things are going to change. But in the big picture, in the American League, the top seeds are still the Rays, White Sox, and our Astros. In National League, it's still the Braves, Brewers, and the Giants. Uh, some important games that were taking place today. Uh, well, they're already in final scores now. You had the Reds beating the Pirates in a close 1-0 victory. The Angels, they were able to clobber the White Sox in a 9-3 uh, victory behind Alex Cobb's pitching of 5 scoreless innings. It's pretty impressive. The Oakland A's beating the Kansas City Royals 7-2, and the Tampa Bay Rays handling them Tigers 5-3. The Tigers of Detroit. So as it stands, there's only 2 teams that are currently already clinched a playoff berth, and those are pretty much the 2 hottest teams currently right now in baseball. So the San Francisco Giants clinched at least a wild card spot with a 9-1. Well, forget because that was a Monday. So it's the Giants and the Dodgers. Pretty much they were always almost neck and neck with the leader spot with the American League West, National League West, excuse me. So now it looks like both those teams with the best records, they're pretty much fighting for who's going to be the leader and who's going to be the wild card, and pretty much which team goes straight to the division series, and which one will face the wild card, which is an elimination game. Uh, so as it stands, did I have the score somewhere? Okay, whatever. So in terms of the Yankees, their reliever Clay Holmes, he threw a wild pitch with 2 outs in the ninth inning of this game that happened earlier today. Uh, so that wild pitch in the ninth inning that actually led in a tying run from the Baltimore Orioles' own Austin Hayes. He chopped in an RBI single in the 10th inning. Pretty much that gave Baltimore a 3-2 win this Thursday. So it dropped New York back in that American League wildcard race. So Yankees fell a half game behind the Toronto. Toronto's really just like breathing down their necks. And Boston. Uh, so right now, New York had previously won 3 in a row. On that wild card race that I was talking about, pretty much the Blue Jays, Yankees, and Red Sox are all like in a 3-way tie. And only 2 of those 3 can go in. And Oakland, they're just 3 behind all those other teams. Um, so, like I said, after today, it's probably going to change. 2 will emerge as the wild cards, and 1 will be left out. But there's still plenty of time left. Now going with another West Coast team, the Padres. So San Francisco Padres' own Fernando Tatis Jr. He hit his National League leading 39th home run. He sent his Padres to beat the Giants in a 7-4 victory this Thursday or this evening to earn a series split. So the Padres moved within half a game of the St. Louis Cardinals for the second in that National League wildcard race. So San Diego, they're going to start a 3-game series versus the Cardinals on Friday, which is pretty much head-to-head versus the team you're competing with for the spot. Is he that? So Tatis Jr. He also singled and walked twice during this matchup, getting a career best 4 hits, etc., etc., etc. We got one of the guys we've been talking about all season, Shohei Ohtani. Turns out he wasn't going to pitch for this game that happened this evening. They were playing the raise pitch, blah, blah, blah. Okay, because he has a sore right arm that could sidelight him as a pitcher for the rest of the season, which is just the remaining 2 weeks. He has a little bit of discomfort, but that won't take him out of the game completely because he's still a designated hitter, one of the best bats in the league, bar none. Right now, the Angels don't really have. It's not impossible for them to try to get a wild card spot, but realistically, I think they're kind of already just playing for pride, not for postseason. It was the White Sox. There you go. They were playing the White Sox in. Let's see. Additionally, aside from Otani, their other star, Mike Trout, he's also pretty much not expected to play for the rest of the season. According to the manager, Joe Madden, Trout, he's been pretty much out of action since mid-May with a right calf injury. So with weeks only remaining in the regular season, uh, their their GM doesn't really see any reason for them to risk Trout coming back. If it's kind of worthless at this point. So that's what's up. The Kansas City Royals, their slugger Salvador Perez, he tied Johnny Bench's record for homers in a season by a catcher with his 45th homer. It was in a 7-2 loss that happened to the Oakland A's this evening, actually. So Salvador Perez, he hit a 2-run homer in the first inning. That's when he matched este Johnny Bench's total from when he got the record in 1970 for the most by a player who played at least 75% of their own team's games as a catcher. So Pettis is tied with Toronto's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the most major league uh, homers. Right now, Guerrero's the leader in homers for this season, and so Pettis, he's kind of like at the tie. He's a second. He's a close second right now. Uh, so I mean, don't fall asleep on him, and definitely their Royals are, they're within a shot for that wild card spot. Don't fall asleep on them. And I guess I could wrap it up with, well, two quick stories. The Rockies and the
Nice.
Braves, the Colorado Rockies and the Atlanta Braves, they were supposed to have a game this Thursday. It was canceled because of rain. It was a soggy field. Um, I guess they thought at one point maybe they were going to be able to cover the whole field and wait a few hours and then start in the late PM, but that didn't happen. The rain was just relentless, never stopped. And so what's going to happen is they're saying a makeup date is not initially announced, but it is possible they can make up this game to be played on October 4th. Now, why is that important? Well, that October 4th is actually the day after the final scheduled regular season games uh, are going to pretty much finish. That's the end of the regular season. So already having a game after that, that's like kind of a stretch. Now, the reason why it could or couldn't happen is the Braves' own manager even said that if there's a possible October 4th game makeup date, it's going to be determined by Major League Baseball. Now, he says the game would really not be necessary if the Atlanta Braves were already locked in to a playoff spot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
they wouldn't even need the game if they're already in the postseason. So that's what they're kind of waiting for. So I'll monitor that situation. So the Braves keep winning. I don't know how many more games they need to clinch a spot. Like I said, the only two teams that already clinched a playoff berth is the Giants and the Dodgers. But I'll definitely keep an eye on them Atlanta Braves. And then, yeah, the last story I had, which is pretty cool and funny, the Milwaukee Brewers, their own superstar, Christian Yelich, he is purchasing 10,000 tickets to an upcoming home series. I don't know who they're playing, and he's giving them away for free. 10,000 tickets for
Okay.
free. The team announced this Wednesday. So Yelich, he's buying the tickets in appreciation for the fans for next week's 4-game series against the second placed St. Louis Cardinals. He says he signed a 9-year, $215 million contract with the Brewers before the start of the 2026 season. Who's got Feria? Uh, so his first place Milwaukee Brewers, they do have a large lead in the National League Central Conference. and they pretty much could clinch a division this weekend or during that very series with the Cardinals. So I guess I mean, he's got money to blow. He wants the fan base to already start getting the attendance up. Yeah, getting cheering up the home squad for Milwaukee. That's cool, man. I mean, there's a cap. I think they said there was like a 4 ticket cap. Uh, I think you got to go to the ticket booth. You got to announce, yeah, I'm getting the free tickets, and they'll probably just give you like 3 or 4. That was pretty badass.
I was like, still, I mean, that's still pretty badass. I was gonna say, yeah, like, damn, that's pretty cool though. I mean, it definitely helps the sport. I mean, yeah, they're free tickets and stuff. People still spend money there or whatever, right? But that's not the point. The point is actually getting people there.
Yeah,
You
getting
know,
the fans involved.
COVID stuff aside or whatever, right? But it's still good for like the fan base to get involved with like the team. I think directly. Um, just kind of helps out with the ambient and everything like that.
Yes, definitely. So that's pretty much all I have for this evening's Diamond Talk. I'll have more on Tuesday as games develop over the weekend. And back to you, Dan, in the studio.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So I mean, in this case, obviously we did have our diamond talk with Art. Right now, we do have a lot of football or diamond talk essentially every time every day now. So we'll definitely have updates on that every single or as we lead up into the post season. So it says real quick question. It says, "Who are you cheering for to be at the World Series?" Superfan Art.
I gotta cheer the Astros, bro. I mean,
There you
all the heat
go.
they got for this quote unquote scandal, they had been getting booed all throughout the first half of the season, pretty much all of the season. If they go to certain stadiums like the Dodgers, who felt they were robbed of a championship years prior, um, they found a way to make it work. They've been leading in their division for a good while. They are clicking when it matters most. So obviously, I got to support the Astros. Uh,
Dang. Okay. Okay.
and you, Danny, any team, Astros or non-Astros, you
I
get your eye
guess.
on?
I mean, honestly, I guess it would be Astros, just because I'm not. I don't really follow a lot of the teams. Honestly, I'm getting a little impartial towards the Red Sox now. Now that I actually visited Fenway. Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I'm still kind of.
Go drink your Sam Adams and watch your Red Sox
Mm, mm,
from
mm.
Boston.
Feels so good. Yeah, uh, but yeah, I don't know. What do you I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? Anyone? Any other baseball fan? I know we do have our phenomenal Juan. He is a
Braves.
Braves fan.
Coach
Yeah,
Tosco and
Coach
phenomenal
Tosco.
run. They're Braves fans.
Yeah,
I think Corey in Bad Luck Beto are Astros fans.
yeah,
At least I believe so.
yeah.
And
But
Adrian, who knows what the hell that guy thinks.
yeah, I think he is. I don't know. I don't know. I know he has a his own like team and stuff like that, but I don't know exactly what his team is. But
Yeah, no, screw him. But yeah, regardless, we just hope we have a very entertaining postseason, whether it's Astros or not, or Boston or not. Um, just can't wait to see them playoffs already, them wild card games, just to even see who's in these wild card games.
yeah, I know
Ah,
exactly. Just because so by when do you think it would we would already kind of know already, or is it gonna be until the finish line?
in some cases, it very much could look like until the finish line, especially for those teams I told you who are like almost in a three-way tie for the wild card. Well, of those three, only two can make it through. So it's Blue Jays, Yankees, and Red Sox. Two go in, one is out. And the Oakland, if they go on a run, they could get in contention too. They were just 3 games behind all those others. And the wild cards, I mean, the race in the National League is pretty close as well. We already know the Giants and the Dodgers are locked in, but the Cardinals, the Padres, and the Reds, they're all separated by just well, the Cardinals are currently on the cutoff, and the Padres and the Reds are both tied for like the spot to get in or to leapfrog to get in. If that
Dang. So
makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. So
Almost
everyone's
like a
like,
three-way tie
yeah, I was gonna
to get in
say,
that last spot.
yeah, everyone's all like fighting with each other. it,
Yeah,
it seems like, damn. So, damn. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm actually excited. I'm gonna start watching. I know they start again just showing they show all the games, like just the national games all the time, like just throughout the your regular cable or whatever, right?
yeah. Uh, I'm sure when it comes to the postseason, they'll probably have them more on the major networks like Fox or TBS, or even ESPN probably would pick up a game or two when it's postseason. At the moment, like these other games, like you have to find them like FS1 or Bailey Sports, uh, or you just find a streaming site, I guess. Uh, but yeah, it's getting real close. This race is getting closer by the weekend.
Yeah, no, no lie. I know it's obviously baseball. We're gonna have we'll have Tosco back in here and see if we can give us a little bit of some insight of his own as well. See what he thinks. I know that obviously you guys have kind of like different uh, ways of looking at things or whatever, so it's gonna be definitely interesting um, hearing what he has to say. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and go right into our next segment. We'll go right into let's see. We'll go right into our football segment. We'll go to some football. We'll go ahead and actually have Superfan Art give us started with some college football. College football over the games. Over
That's
the
right,
weekend.
Dan.
All right.
Nice. You had a good singing voice.
All
Don't
right.
lose your day job though.
All right. I'll make sure.
No, definitely.
All right. All right.
I mean,
Superfan. All right. Give us a little talk about what happened this college weekend. What we can expect. I'm sorry. What we can expect this weekend.
straight. Yeah, I mean, normally we'd maybe go into some basketball. There's not really a lot of basketball uh, worth mentioning, so that's why we're going to skip ahead to college. There's not a lot of big, sexy games out there, but there's some that are pretty should be pretty entertaining. There's a few ranked matchups, uh, a few of our own Texas teams going up at it. So, just some notable games to watch from what I saw. You have uh, you have Nebraska at number 3, Oklahoma. That's 11 a.m. You got New Mexico at number 7, A&M, also in the morning. Number 15, Virginia Tech versus West Virginia. That's 11 a.m. Michigan State versus number 24, Miami Hurricanes in the morning. Number 1, Alabama. They're going to face SEC East rival, number 11, Florida. That should be a good afternoon game. You got Georgia Tech facing number 6, Clemson. I can't believe Clemson's even still ranked in the top 10.
What is it? What are they?
Clemson's number 6.
Oh my god.
I don't believe it.
Whatever. They're getting that Bama treatment. Whatever.
A favorite for our locals, got Middle Tennessee at UTSA. That's in the afternoon. I know if I was an SAE, Danny wanted me to go join him. I'm sorry, buddy.
I might go. I might go. So I'll let you guys know about that. Definitely.
Yeah, if you do go take pictures, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. All for you guys.
Anyway, there's South Carolina, the Gamecocks versus number 2 Georgia. That's a good one. They always bring the heat in that SEC matchup. You got number 22 Auburn Tigers at number 10 Penn State in the evening. You got my own Texas Longhorns hosting Rice Owls. Hopefully, they'll get the job done, and that'll be uh, a good catalyst for some good changes once we start going into conference play. And the other notable game, Arizona State and BYU in the evening. Uh, it's night. No, Arizona State's 19, BYU's 23. So just kind of dissecting a few of these matchups. Auburn and Penn State. So this is Auburn's first Big Ten road game since 1931. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, you would
Wow.
think after so many decades with these big name schools, they would have at least met at least once in the last, 10 or 20 years. But 1931.
Damn.
So that's a pretty should be an interesting game. I know both of those teams are currently 2-0 at the moment. It's a home game for Penn State. It's they labeled it as their whiteout game, where it's
Oh
going to be
yeah.
nothing but like a sea of white shirts from the fans. They
Yeah.
usually get more energetic and bring the noise. Uh, I think Penn State, if they're able to get a quality win on Auburn, they're pretty decent. They're a good team. Uh, it'll be, I mean, hopefully they don't rush the field, but it'll be a victory worth celebrating. Now, if either of those teams lose, it doesn't matter. Both teams are still in control of their destiny as long as they can win out for the rest of the season, obviously. Now, Auburn, unfortunately, being the conference that they're in, SEC, so within the 2 week span, Auburn is going to start a 5 game stretch that includes road games against LSU, Arkansas, A&M, and then they got home games against Georgia, who I told you was number 2, and then Old Miss, who I think they're still pretty decent right now. So that's a tall order, even if they beat Penn State. If they don't beat Penn State, they got to at least try to win most of those games I just listed. Uh, so a point of optimism for Auburn is that Penn State, they've lost 5 straight meetings against SEC teams. So that should be a game worth watching. Another game that was noteworthy was that Nebraska Oklahoma game I mentioned. Oklahoma's number 3. They're going to host the Huskers. Pretty much an old Big 12 rivalry. Uh, so the Huskers, they're going to go. That rivalry, pretty much, it's in commemoration of what is called the one of the greatest games of the century in college football. Uh, it was in let's see, 50 years after the game of the century between the two storied programs. It was the 1971 Nebraska and Oklahoma football game. This is pretty much the 51st edition of the rivalry. Uh, it was back when it was the Big Eight Conference. It was held November 25th, 1971, in Norman, Oklahoma.
Dang.
So it was when the top ranked Nebraska Huskers, who were the defending national champs, with a 20-game winning streak and 29 without a loss, they traveled to Norman, Oklahoma, played the second ranked Sooners, uh, and it was a game that supposedly lived up to the hype, where the Huskers scored a late touchdown to defeat the Sooners by 4 in a 35-31 victory. Uh, so, unbelievably, this is the first meeting between Nebraska and Oklahoma since the 2010 Big 12 championship game. Uh, Oklahoma won back then 23-20. So the last time Nebraska has ever beaten the Sooners in Norman is in 1996. So it's a good couple of decades there. All the statisticians and Las Vegas bettings, everyone and their grandma has Oklahoma winning, barring like an unbelievable upset, which I doubt. Uh, I mean, obviously, as I hate
Yeah.
Oklahoma,
Yeah, I know.
I'd root for anybody to beat Oklahoma. I know he had was it Tulane or it was that team, the big, yeah, I think it was Tulane who almost beat Oklahoma like in the first week. Anyway, so that's something there, some history there, a rivalry renewed, and then a funny little story that I was mentioning to Danny about. because we're band geeks or whatever. So in the Notre Dame versus Purdue game, uh, pretty much Notre Dame is telling the band from Purdue they cannot bring their own signature bass drum, which is quote unquote the world's largest drum, uh, the world's largest bass drum, which has to probably have 5 or 6 guys to wheel it around. It's probably on the field. They spin it. They probably hit it when they get a touchdown. So the reason being, Notre Dame has a big ass tunnel only reserved for their own band and their own players. The guest band has to use the guest tunnel, and it's smaller. So like fuck you guys. You
Wow.
can't you can't bring it. Uh, so screw you all. So this is pretty much the first performance the Purdue band will be without that big ass bass drum. It was 1979.
Dang.
Um, Says we've been to visiting teams, separate tunnel. Our drum is about 10 feet tall in its carriage and 565 pounds. So it doesn't even come close to fitting into that little mini tunnel Notre Dame is permitting them to use. So I thought that was funny. It's a funny story.
Dang. So it's like, how big is the drum?
I just said it's 10 feet tall.
Dang. 10 feet tall. Well, 10 feet by 10 feet. Dang.
So it's probably 10 tall, 10 wide, I guess.
Dang. That's that's
Yeah.
way too crazy.
I mean, University of Texas, we also have our own big ass drum. It takes about 4 guys to wheel it around, but I don't know if it's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, I was
Still
like,
a
I
big
don't
ass
think
drum
so.
though.
It's still a big ass drum, but I don't think it's 10 feet tall.
And when they fucking bang the drum, like you could hear it all in the stadium.
Yeah, I know. But you feel like that's a crazy ass drum right there.
Anyway, was there any college games that piqued your interest, Danny,
Uh,
besides UTSA?
no, just the ones you mentioned. I know that Alabama, Florida, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Obviously, Bama is Bama, right? They're pretty anticipated to win. But it's SEC, dude. They're all angry at Bama. They're always angry at them. They always play hard. So it's always a pretty interesting game to watch.
Yeah. Well,
Especially,
supposedly Florida really hasn't decided who their better QB is going to be.
yeah, I was gonna say that's their exactly what I was gonna say. They might use like a dual QB system thing, which never works. I don't know why people even try it, but whatever. They'll they'll
That's right.
fail. They'll fail on their own. But
Yeah.
so other than that, obviously the UTSA game might go. I'll take pictures and stuff.
That's
Um,
right.
and definitely let you guys know. I'll post them up on the Instagram tag and everything. Should be pretty cool, and I'll see if I can maybe do, or maybe I get a hat. Maybe I get a hat and raffle it. We'll do that. I'll sign it.
Nice. The finest bottom shelf hat you got.
Please, no, lower. What's your just kill me now clearance?
Stupid.
All right. Well, but that's that. We'll move right into NFL readout.
No, that's fine. And like all these college games, any results or big storylines that come out of this weekend, we'll definitely recap them on Tuesday. Tuesday is kind of like our recap of all the big sporting events of the weekend. So we'll let you know how it goes in college.
Yeah.
So,
So
so go
yeah,
tailgate some game.
yeah, and we're gonna start especially during the weekends. I think we're gonna start doing that a little bit more. We're gonna start live tweeting during games. Um, yeah, so we can start getting more into the tweet game, and obviously let you guys know in the podcast and or in the videos and our videos and everything like that. We'll go right into again into NFL. Some NFL headlines.
That's fine. Yeah, we got some good NFL action this weekend. Uh, even starting this evening. You got the Giants head to head with the Washington football team, led by their new temporary QB Heineke. Um, I think Saquon Barkley was cleared to play. I think he was questionable up until like the final hour before kickoff. So good news for his fantasy owners. Uh, I could care less. That's NFC East
Yeah.
matchup. I really don't give a shit about. If the Cowboys ain't playing, I ain't worried about Giants or Washington.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say like,
I mean, they're not even putting it on national television. That's how irrelevant this game is.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and it's not because of that, but yeah.
Like ESPN would rather put the Raging Cajuns versus like some other team with Ohio. So that's what I'm currently watching in the background here.
Oh, really? I thought they were gonna put it on because usually they put like the first 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. Because it's normally on
Thursday
NFL
night.
Network. Yeah, normally it's NFL Network. Like Thursday Night Football is always NFL Network. It's always been like that. But last year, I think they did like 6 months or something like that, or 8 months, like half the season, or like you could see it on ESPN
Cable network.
or regular cable network. Yeah, regular cable network. Yeah, because they just I don't know, on ABC or whatever.
Yep. No, I'm double checking. None of the major networks picked it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Because we all know Monday Night Football is exclusive to just ESPN.
yeah, it's
for
just
Monday
ESPN.
nights.
Yeah, and Sunday night is NBC, and all the other ones are whatever respective contracts they have or whatever.
Just us. And Thursday night will be exclusive to the Peacock, streaming only.
The peak, yeah, for real. Yeah, was it, the Peacock? What's the other ones? Discovery Plus,
God.
Paramount Plus. Like,
Everybody's getting a plus these days.
you know what? Mezzo Forte Sportz Plus.
Just us.
Watch Arturo 24/7.
Oh, God. You're gonna
Take a
do that?
shower. Take a shower.
It's gonna be high school hard knocks. Coach Tosco just chewing out these high schoolers nonstop. It's television gold.
Oh
Are you
man,
stupid or something? Chera, yes.
Tosco, I don't think you can hit him, bro. Bro, I didn't hit him. He fell.
I could see that. Just pushing a kid. Anyway, good stuff. Yeah, we got some college. Aside from this crappy Thursday night matchup, we do got some other big matchups.
Yeah, so we do have some other ones. I'll let you start while I get my notes.
Get the fucking notes. Matchups. Hold on, give me a second. That's because I got headlines. I didn't get the matchups just yet, but I could just easily pull that up in like a second. Oh, matchups. I currently have
All right.
Antonio Gibson playing today.
All right, my bad. All right, let me
These are
get
points.
good. All right, cool. So I'll do a little weekend review, and then just let me know like maybe one, maybe two games that kind of stand out for you. Actually, no. Okay, we're gonna do weekend review, and we're gonna do our picks.
All right, you got the Saints Panthers
All right.
noon.
So cool. Saints Panthers noon. I got.
That's a tough game. It's a revenge game for
I-
Winston against his old team.
I do have the Saints winning. Again, Jameis Winston did prove he can be effective. And he's built a team around Kamara. They're a pretty good team, dude, and the defense improved a lot. So they're gonna force a couple turnovers from Darnold. I see McCaffrey going off. Darnold getting a couple picks, maybe either a pick or a couple sacks. Saints win. I
agree.
I don't know. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna do scores. I'm just gonna do picks.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Saints over the Panthers. Cool. Next one is Bengals and the Bears. Bit of Lions versus the Tigers versus the Bears. Excuse me.
I'll let you start.
Let's see. The Bears, they had a pretty entertaining but loss against the Rams. I saw some decent spurts of offense from them. Uh, I know they're still behind Andy Dalton. Uh, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's kind of in the hot seat. There was some flashes of brilliance from their rookie QB. Uh, yeah, I think he had like a rushing touchdown here or there. He's the new guy. Uh, Bengals, Joe Burrow. The Joe Burrow era is finally trying to get on track after his injury from last season that ended the season. Burrow, I think they had a pretty decent running game. Who the Bengals beat last week?
Um, God, I literally just the
Okay,
Jets. The Jets. No, they play the Jets right today. No, no, no. That might be it. Might be the Jets. Hold on.
that sounds about right. Bengals beating the Jets. So I don't know. It could be anybody's game in that one. They're almost about evenly matched.
Um,
That's technically another revenge game. Andy Dalton versus the Bengal, his old team Bengals.
let's see. The Bengals played the Vikings. They beat the Vikings.
Ah, all right.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So a little
Okay.
momentum there.
I was like, yeah, getting a couple good games. Okay. Okay. I see you guys. You guys trying to get a little momentum going and shit. So,
I might actually take the slight edge with the Bengals then.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Let's see. So the Bengals, I'm gonna take Burrow. So it's gonna continue. So it's gonna gauge a duel with the former Bengal, Andy Dalton. Oh, but I think the Bengals do win. They're gonna be 2-0.
Agreed.
Go for it. Next one.
Another noon game is the Texans and the Browns.
So I think they're gonna go 1-1. The Browns win on this one. I think that the Browns lost an opener because it's Mahomes, dude. It's pretty hard to like play against them, you know.
And it was
Um,
that field too, the one of the loudest fields to play in. It
and,
probably got him.
and they barely lost. Okay, I mean, of course, right? You either lose by a
It
mile or
was
by an inch, right? But you still lose, right?
yeah.
But it was a good game. It was a damn good game, and they played behind. You know the Chiefs. I mean, you know Mahomes is Mahomes, right? He'll ball out anyway. But that was crazy. I think they win this time around. Houston's good, but not that good. I think Jaguars were just kind of new at stuff, especially
Yeah.
Meyer. So that's what happened. The Houston does lose, but they do get a whole bunch of just garbage points. So if you guys have Brandon Cooks, if you guys have him on your wire, I doubt it. You have him on your wire, but if for whatever reason have him, or if you need a receiver, if you got want to trade for one, he's a good receiver 3. I'm just saying, good receiver 3, good flex. But yeah, go for it.
No,
What do you think?
I'll definitely get the Browns edging over the Houston. Houston got a lucky break and facing a like untested uh, Trevor Lawrence. So that's what was able to give them the edge in that win last week. But now they face the hungry Browns team. Had that close loss against them Chiefs. Yeah, they had that dual run game with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's a 1-2 punch. It's that fire and ice. Uh, whether in the air or in the running game, it'll just be a little too overwhelming for them Texans to handle.
Mhm.
It'd be a shocker if they did win. I mean, obviously, root for my Texas-based teams. I just have a little more faith in the Browns this time. They got more battle-tested players, or they know their identity. Houston's still trying to figure out who they are right now.
Yeah, no,
But
yeah.
hopefully, it's in a good way. Good trends throughout the
Yeah,
season.
and even as they the situation that they're kind of going through, which they lost a lot of complete key players, all over the place. And there was a lot. Honestly, that besides key players, they lost a lot of leaders. Um, I mean, it's gonna be hard for the Texans to kind of build up, but I think they can. They have the capability. Is that even though it's gonna be hard, especially losing a really good number one pick, like, well, not losing it, but essentially kind of losing it. Um, like the Sean. So I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Probably within a year, honestly. So it's gonna be a while, but we'll kind of follow with that. But just next one, go for it.
Nice. This should be a quick one with very little explanation. Rams versus the Colts.
What's yours?
I'll go with the Rams. They're just after that dominant performance with the Matthew Stafford era in LA. It's just he's got some exciting football. Like the players are having fun. They're beating on people and having fun doing
Yep.
it.
Yep. Yep.
I
Yep.
think they'll carry that momentum and just stomp all over Carson Wentz and then Colts.
Yep.
So that should be a given. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, it's been they are the Rams like completely different, from last a year. This the Rams, LA, and they're talking about how like LA is LA. There's certain like cities where it's just you're just kind of expected. There's just an expectation of sorts. You know, um, you should be able to know who the who the LA football team's quarterback is. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, they're saying how like Goff, no offense, right? But he's like kind of like has like a really forgettable face. Like you're like, whatever, He's not like someone where like, oh, dude, you're like the quarterback for the Rams, right? It's like, well, yeah, but it's not someone they can probably recognize right off the bat. Not like, Tom Brady or Russell Wilson or like Dak or, obviously Patrick Mahomes or whatever. But, and even then, I don't know, that's kind of crazy kind of to think about.
No, I get you. Like, you have to have a certain persona to kind of like fit that star status, the superstar status. And now the Rams reinvented themselves with a quarterback who's had potential for years, just never been in the right system. And now they got a big ass Texas native QB, beef eating, can sling the pigskin with the best of them.
Yeah.
And not afraid to like go out and battle in the trenches and take a
Honestly,
hit or two.
honestly, bro, honestly, and the thing is, they have Aaron Donald, and they
Hmm.
have what's his face, corner,
Josh Norman.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no, stay, oh my god, Jalen Ramsey,
Ramsey.
Ramsey, which is they're both, they're both arguably probably the best at their position. Aaron Donald for sure, for sure, for sure. Like for
Yes.
sure. Like there is literally no human being like motherfucking Aaron Donald. That dude is scary, dude. That dude is like scary, fast, and strong. Like god dang. And it's crazy because like you actually see like in the replays or whatever how like they always have to double team him. Like
Yes. It can't be a one man job
no,
versus
no.
Donald.
Because even if when they do like they push him, they push the pocket out, so then the quarterback can go in or whatever. But that's besides the point. But with them having a defense like that, honestly, they're probably my dark horse Super Bowl contenders.
I agree. The way the Rams played, if they're able to run the Colts out of the building, which they should, I think Vegas and all the fans everywhere was be like, hey, these Rams, like, you can't gonna mess with them.
Yeah,
Who can
like for
mess with them
real.
now?
Yeah, for real. Like that was crazy. Like I mean, I've seen Matthew Stafford launch the ball, but he threw that ball like that or is it he got out of the blitz or whatever. He managed to throw the ball and they end up catching it. And, Cooper Cup. That's why.
Yeah. Well, let's not overhype them right now, but they definitely looked impressive. Hope
MVP, bro, MVP.
let's see if they continue that impressive streak with a two-game win. Our next game
Yeah,
we
go for
got
it.
the underwhelming card, the Jaguars and the Broncos.
I do have a. It is a home opener for Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. They do need to start getting a running game behind Carlos Hyde. Yes, that Carlos Hyde, and Jay. Yeah, and James Robinson. I think the Jaguars win barely. Maybe by
Ooh.
like a field goal or less. Um, but I think Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars kind of need this win. Because it's like their home stadium and everything. And I don't know. I think Urban Meyer has a couple of tricks up his sleeve. What do you think?
I could see that. I mean, after the first game of the season's already out of the way. You already got that nervousness of playing in these big stadiums. You already got all them jitters out. You kind of already know how fast-paced the game really is for Trevor Lawrence, and you know, to deliver a home game in front of the home crowd over there in Jacksonville. The crowd cheering you on. I mean, it's Denver Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater, not a terrible threat. Got a very evenly matched game, maybe. So definitely the odds are in the Jaguars' favor. So yeah, I'll give him the win. Jacksonville.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I think obviously that Trevor Lawrence is going to be a superstar in the league. He just needs to kind of get the ball rolling. I mean, he's still young and it's his first year. So we'll see what happens, and we'll kind of go from there. Go for it.
Righto. All right. Next one, Jets and the Patriots.
So obviously the Jets and the Patriots now are not the Jets of the Patriots 2 years ago. All right.
Nope.
It's very different. They look very different. Besides obviously the players, the styles, and the circumstance. Well, actually, I feel like the Jets are kind of like in the same hole. Um, but um, but the Patriots are in a little bit more of a interesting hole, if you will. I still think it's a hole. They didn't get any better. They just didn't, get any worse. I think the Patriots win this out. It's a battle of rookies, Mac Jones and Zach Wilson, and it comes down to essentially which quarterback is the most efficient. I think Patriots do have a little bit more of a environment in which Mac Jones can succeed a little bit more than Zach Wilson in New York, but it is what it is. Football is football. Crazier things have happened as we've seen, especially with the Patriots. Unfortunately, what do you think, Art?
No, definitely. The Patriots, they, everyone was, concerned when they got rid of Cam Newton. Why'd you get rid of the veteran? I mean, yeah, he stumbled last season, but at least he's proven himself. You already prematurely starting that Mac Jones era. I guess you know, Belichick and Nick Saban have a very friendly relationship all throughout these years. I mean, Saban was once an assistant coach under Belichick back when they were in the Browns. So they definitely have similar coaching styles. And so Mac Jones was the obvious no brainer to, recruit from college a guy who I can instantly input into my Belichick system with them Patriots. And let's see. So I definitely think, well, out of the two, I really can't say who's the clear cut favorite in this matchup. I, but I think I'll go more for Mac Jones and the Patriots. Uh, I mean, they'll utilize the air and the running game, and it'll be close, I guess. It might even come down to whoever has the ball last. Uh, I mean, I really want to watch the game. I don't even know if I got a few Patriots or Jets players on my fantasy league, to be honest. Uh, and we all know, you look at games more often when you got a player in there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
No, yeah, and I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's not gonna really matter right now, but it is gonna matter in the future. Just kind of essentially and especially for the development of the rookies, of the quarterbacks, where I'm sure at some point we'll see them battle again, not just today, but um, not just this year. I'm sorry, but next couple of years. Obviously, they're in the same division, but
it's like in the if any of y'all ever played any of the Pokemon games, it's like them early battles.
oh yeah,
You got the Pidgey and the Rattata. Like whoever wins is gonna get like chingas of experience points. It won't be
exactly.
a beast, but it's experience points.
It's like,
So
oh,
that's
you're 2 levels more higher than me. Oh, but I'm still 2 levels more higher than you. Whatever.
Mac Jones, Lear, Zach Wilson, Sand Attack. I know we're rifting, we're nerds, but yeah, that's pretty much that's all they're playing for experience. Now, I say Patriots win. Who do you got in that one?
Yeah, I got Patriots on that one. I
Cool,
got Patriots,
done.
but the Jets might take it just to surprise.
Could care less.
Go for
Oh,
it.
by the way, it's already Mezzo Forte
After
after fucking dick.
I'm putting some music
Oh,
on.
that's right. We're Mezzo Forte after dark. We're unedited, uncut, unsolicited. We're gonna be cussing. We're drinking alcohol. See over here, got a shine there on reserve. Danny, drinking anything?
Nah, I was just drinking some water. Cheers.
That's fine. He was drinking tequila the other day, so
There you go.
he's recouping.
Yeah, I'm still, Oh yeah, you guys still need to cheer for, Mexico. Happy birthday,
Yep,
all my
still
people.
got 2 more hours left on that. Well,
But
here in the Central Time, we got 2 more hours for that.
but
Yes, he says.
it is after dark, guys. Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone listening to us today, tomorrow, and every single week. You guys will be awarded. You guys are our most loyal fans and the most awesomest of fans. But soon, you'll get to meet us. You'll get to talk to us. We'll get to all chill together and we'll all party. But besides that, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm kind of glad NFL's back. Um, there's a lot of just the sports that are gonna start coming in October, including the welcome or the coming back of hockey, basketball as well. Does start in October, towards the later parts. At the beginning, I think we do have some preseason. We do have the World Cup qualifiers, which should start, which should obviously end by next year, for the World Cup. So there's a lot of stuff going on pretty soon, and we're gonna actually, again, we are gonna switch a little bit of our format into a podcast. And you'll go ahead and be able to get some merch, some of our hats, some shirts, some. I think we're gonna get some hoodies. Dude, yes, I know we're gonna get some hoodies, but stuff like that. So, what's up, Art? Talk to me.
Nice. Oh, that's good. You're giving the fans a good fall preview of what to expect from us here at Mezzo Forte, all the good things to come, sporting wise and merchandise wise, even streaming wise.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to be legit, but we are legit, but we're getting even more legit.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to all them good changes, man. Um, I don't know. Anything else to say, or can we proceed on with them football matchups?
No, let's go ahead and start some football. Continue with some football matchups. Talk to me.
All right. Let's try to be a little bit quick about it. We're going too in depth about some of these matchups.
Well, I don't know. I like it. I mean, we're not gonna go into other things
All right,
except injury. Yeah.
Okay, another one of the more sexier matchups in the morning lineups. Hopefully they do show it on national TV. It's the 49ers and them Red Hot Eagles under Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I actually have him on my one of my league's backups as a backup. I was like, nah, I'll take him, whatever. Dude, You got me more points than my starter.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had for San Francisco
Yeah, exactly.
running back
Yeah.
Mostert in one of my leagues. So I got rid of him and got the other running back, uh, Mitchell, Isaiah Mitchell, or something like that. Nice. So who do you think's got the edge in that matchup? I mean, I think it's still too early to tell. One game really can't is not a trend. It's really after 2 or 3 games you can see a trend. No. Okay, I'll go with the 49ers as well, just because I hate the Eagles. And it was like you said, if if they come in with a good game plan to stop that Eagles run offense, and definitely they got the cast of characters on both offense and defense to go toe to toe with most any team. Uh, definitely we'll see Jimmy Garoppolo, or I don't know, Garoppolo. He still needs to continue to cement himself as the clear cut starter because I know that rookie is just salivating to come off the bench any day now. But in this case, I'll go with San Francisco in this matchup. Fuck the Eagles. I don't care who they got as their QB. Screw them. All right, next one we got the Steelers and the Raiders. Now, one thing to note: the Raiders defensive tackle Jared McCoy suffered a season-ending left knee injury on Monday when they did that overtime win against the Ravens. Uh, so pretty much there'll be a man down in that matchup defensively. Steelers, they had a quality win last week. Uh, they beat, who did they beat? Steelers beat somebody. They shocked everybody and they beat the team that everyone thought was a lock to be in the postseason, the Bills. I mean, Roethlisberger, he's old, but I don't know that burger still got some ketchup in him. I guess. I like that. Keep dancing. Uh, I know I got the Steelers defense, so I'm a little biased, but I also got the Raiders tight end Waller, so I'm conflicted. I'm hoping for a tie, Danny. The Raiders. Oh, that Derek Carr is going to change gears. I'm calling the tie. No, I'll go with whoever's the home team in that one. I don't know who's the home team. Whatever. The Raiders. Oh, Pittsburgh. I'll go with Pittsburgh in that one. Okay. You got the Vikings and the Cardinals. Can Ky- and now you're going against Kyler Murray, who had like what 5 touchdowns and shit, like the best game of his life. Yeah, they got the J.J. Watt spearheading their defense now. That's good. I'll go with Arizona too. They're definitely a dark horse in that very strong NFC West conference, uh, or the NFC Central. I don't know. I'll give a fuck. Cardinals win. Next, you got Brady and the Bucks, and versus the Falcons. Yep, that's right. He is your daddy, right? That's fucking Matty Ice. He's your daddy, right? Yep. Oh, yeah. There's no explanation needed. Oh, let's sit his ass out. So good job. We already have 5 touchdowns. Now for the second quarter. Next. All right. We got our own Dallas Cowboys and the resurging Los Angeles Chargers. Something to note, Dallas Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence suffered a broken foot in Wednesday's practice. Going to force him to miss 6 to 8 weeks, according to sources. So it's a giant blow to that defense that did not generate a sack within week one when they faced Brady and the Bucks. And they could also be without their second best pass rusher, Randy Gregory, on this upcoming Sunday game with them Chargers. So already the odds are tipping or the scales tipping in favor of Chargers. I don't know, man. Could the Dak attack endure and just light up the scoreboard? Oh, fuck that guy Zerline. We should have hired somebody new within like the very next day. Yeah, kickers are the premium, man. To find battle tested kickers. No, they don't. I'll uh, I'll hope for the best, and I'll say Dallas. That if it becomes a scoring contest, yeah, both teams' is defenses suck. Hopefully, we got the our CD Lamb and Cooper ready. I know they'll be down Gallup, so they're gonna step it up. And Zeke needs to redeem himself from that poor game one he had. Probably like less than 60 yards rushing. He didn't get in the end zone. Yeah. Well, knock on wood. With the right gloves, he could be a good catcher. Come on, Tony Pollard. All right, next. You got Russell Wilson and the Seahawks versus Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry and them Titans. Okay. Okay, a comeback win from Seattle. You're predicting. I think it'll be a definitive win from the Seahawks. I mean, even if the Titans get a Henry going, it'll be it'll slow it'll slow the game. It'll eat up too much clock because like if you don't get out of bounds, like bam, that's already like half a minute gone. Uh, so they'll definitely if if they can't get if the Titans can't get the game going with the receivers and they have to rely solely on Henry, as it won't be much of a contest. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson, he's hitting it with Lockett in the backfield. Uh, I don't know who the tight end is. I think they're utilizing him pretty good. The guy's pretty legit. I don't know the name. Screw you. I'll go with the Seahawks. Bam. Yeah, and Wilson probably has more protection in the pocket now. He can actually get some time to concentrate to his receivers, or they can open up a hole for him to rush if need be. Um, so it's definitely they've made some tweaks and improvements to Seattle. Uh, that way they can be more formidable when they face the Arizonas and Rams, uh, and when time comes. I agree, man. Seahawks get a W. And then the Sunday night primetime game of the night is the Chiefs and the Ravens. The a lot of news about them Ravens, though. Yes, you know, mm, it's cursed. They're cursed. Well, it definitely would appear that the Ravens are cursed. I was mentioning to you earlier. Ravens backup cornerback Chris Westry. He's going to be expected to miss at least a month with a torn lateral meniscus, as per some sources. Westry, he's third among the team's quarterbacks with 33 snaps played on Monday when they lost to the Raiders. Uh, the Ravens lost Pro Bowl quarterback Marcus Peters to a season-ending injury last week. So if Chris Westry is placed on the IR, he would become the 15th player to go on the IR this year for Baltimore, and the ninth player over these past 24 days. They really can't catch a break. On the plus side, they signed from the practice squad running back Devontae Freeman, the veteran running back, to their active roster, so you can see him in action. Uh, Pretty much the running back core is Freeman, and alongside with Tyson Williams and Latavius Murray, probably quarterback by committee. They're really just trying to in the second week they're trying to just keep the stitches together, or this whole thing's gonna unravel for Baltimore. Oh, that's the game. You know what you signed up for. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, they're holding back still because they don't want to get themselves or other players injured in practice, like boneheads. Nice. So yeah, that was the key matchup for Sunday evening. With I go with the Chiefs as well on that one. Uh, there's a whole litany of explanations why the Chiefs are going to win. We all know them already off the bat. Mahomes, Kelsey, done. And now the final game of week 2 is the Monday night matchup versus Aaron Rodgers and the Jared Goff led Lions. Now, normally we would have a clear cut winner, but after Green Bay laid an egg last week, it's a toss up. Which Aaron Rodgers is going to show up? Yeah, I'd have trouble looking at myself too. They can't drop two embarrassing losses back to back. Against who? I mean, okay, now you have a good case. He kept it competitive enough. It wasn't a blowout. I guess they see, Rogers is human. He's vulnerable. He can definitely be shut down. To have less than, I mean, God damn, I don't even did they did I don't think they even had a touchdown in the last game. I know because Rogers was my QB. Devastated. So part of me wants Rogers to have a good game, but I don't know. In this case, I think Rogers he won't get embarrassed 2 games in a row. They like I think they already like put that loss behind them already. Like forget that shit. It's a new week. We're gonna bounce back like the team we know we are. So I'll take the Packers in that one. Hopefully, yeah, yeah. Should be a little more evenly matched. No, we'll just keep monitoring. If any more Ravens go down before now and Sunday, and we'll see all the results of all these games on Tuesday. So here's hoping for some wins from the Cowboys and the Texans, and just some good games in general. Maybe an upset or two. More upsets than blowouts. And by the way, close game with the Giants Washington right now in the fourth quarter. Very close margin. But we can't watch it because no one really wants to have it on national television. Close game, though. I think it's like less than 5 minutes left in the fourth. Thank you, Dan. The lesson of the day is I didn't really get a lesson of the day. So what? Screw you. It's a weekend. Now enjoy some games, tailgate, college pros, and keep on watching the baseball postseason. Cheers to all them Texas-based teams out there. So sports are great. Did nothing without y'all, the fans. This was episode 65. Till next time, folks, be cool, stay safe, and keep on listening to Mezzo Forte Sportz.